Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit different and a little bit nerve-wracking for me, but we're going to be trying on some swimwear on a very average, non-perfect body that's had 3 kids, along with a few clothing items as well, because I'm working with Cupshe in this video. So if you would like to see like a body like yours maybe represented, or just a different body represented, then keep watching. So can you tell I'm a little bit nervous? Because I am a bit jittery about this, but I also think it's important, as somebody who has felt for years and years and years like her body wasn't quite up to scratch. I have gotten to a place now in my 30s, I'm 34 by the way, after having 3 children, that I just want to embrace my figure. I'm not really wanting to get on another, diet bandwagon or anything like that. I want to enjoy the life that I've got and live in the body that I've been blessed with. And, I'm getting older, and I always think of getting older as a gift because not everybody gets to do that. And I'm trying to find the confidence in my body, but that doesn't mean that I don't have the following, because I do. I have stretch marks, I have boobs that have deflated after years of either breastfeeding or expressing, and I've got cellulite, I'm showing signs of like slowly and beautifully aging, and I still want to go to a swimming pool with my kids, or the beach with my kids, or on holiday with my kids, and just enjoy it and have a nice time and stop thinking about what everybody else thinks. And when Cupshe asked to work with me, I remember emailing Channel Mum back, because obviously they represent me, and I was like, are they sure? Are they sure? And I realised that, I bet a lot of you feel the same about your body too, like, oh, it doesn't look like what's in the magazines and stuff, or on Instagram and this, that and the other. But today I'm going to show you how some swimming costumes fit on me. And we might have passed out of summer now, but there are still swimming lessons to go to with kids for a bit of fun, or maybe you want to get back into like some light exercise for yourself and you want to get into swimming again. I love swimming, it's really good for my joints because I have arthritis. But I also have some clothes, because I didn't actually realise that Cupshe had started doing clothes, and they have some really cute stuff. So I'm just going to go through and show you what they look like on my body. I will show you here, and I will do a cutaway at the side to show you, what they look like on me, because I felt like that would be the easiest way to do it, as not to make it too long for you as well. So, shall we get started? I feel like, do I start with clothing or do I just go in the deep end and do swimming costumes? I think we're going to do swimming costumes. Okay, so everything has been tried on, and now I can like talk you through everything better. I think it's also worth noting that in terms of my body, while I've talked about my imperfections and all of that, stretch marks, like softer boobs and a softer tummy and cellulite and all of that, which by the way is all normal, in terms of like my body shape and things like that, I would say I am quite curvy. It's not something that I've always loved. It's certainly not something that's always been in fashion. That's the worst thing about society these days, isn't it? But I am learning to love it. I've got like very wide hips, big bum, thick thighs, fairly large boobs, and I'm just like solid, and I really enjoy my food, and I don't profess to be perfect. And in terms of sizes in my wardrobe, I've got everything from a medium to an extra large. I've got everything from a 12 to an 18 when I like to get like, big baggy jumpers or really baggy pyjamas. So, we're not defined by a size here, and we're not defined by having perfect bodies either. So I'm going to go through all of the swimwear, and the first one that I want to show you is actually one that I already owned from Cupshe, and you'll have seen it quite a bit if you saw any of my like Centre Parks footage. That said, like, I don't really think I filmed myself in a swimming costume that much, but either way, it is this one, and I think this is probably one of the most popular swimsuits that Cupshe do, because I've seen quite a few people wearing this, mainly because for starters it's black, which is timeless. It has this gorgeous scallop detail over the cups, and it has adjustable straps and a clasp back, and then it's got a cutout, so you know, if you're not really feeling bikinis anymore but you still want to, you know, give something a little extra, it does this like that. So, I mean, this is one that you kind of need to see on, which is why we're trying on for you. But I really like it. It also has the scallop detail here as well. And I wore this, you know, I took so many things with me to centre parts because you're going in a car and like you can't you? And this is actually the only costume that I wore. I rinsed it out and like washed it in the sink every night because it just made me feel good. And it was really good for rides and rapids because it held me in. I didn't think like a boob was going to slip out or anything. So that is one of my favourites. And obviously it's one I purchased myself. I just love it. And then I'm kind of going to go in order of the ones I like, because I think these bikinis for starters, or this swimwear for starters, really, really well made. You don't need to worry about that at all. There's no threads coming loose. It's very, very secure. It's not like see-through fabric, because oh gosh, I hate it when you find a bikini that you love and you take it home and you're like, oh no, you can see like my bits basically. These are all really well made, and some of them were chosen by me, like a few that I just like the look of, and some were chosen by the Cupshe team. And like some that they sent, I first looked at them and I thought, I don't think I ever in a million years would have chosen that. And this is actually one of my favourites, and one that I just would not have chosen myself, and it's this. And I think it's because normally typical to kind of not wanting to stand out too much when I've got like my undies on, or well, my swimwear on. I would normally pick like more neutral colours or like blacks, things like that. And this is very, very bright, but the support this gives my body and the way it makes me feel, so much confidence. And I feel like the colours actually really suit me and really like brighten me up. I think if you were going abroad on a holiday, it would just be gorgeous. So it's like this. I typically find that the kind of, you know, the triangular cups, like the kind of halter style, generally suits me the best. I don't know why that is, but we're all different, and some bodies just suit some things better than others. Like I don't suit the bra cup shapes normally. I just don't like that on me. But this, I love the back. It's so, I mean, I've never seen a costume that does that before, but it just fits me like a glove. It doesn't give me a massive wedgie, which is like saying something with the size of my bum. And it's one of those where I would feel so secure splashing around with the kids and all sorts like that. I also think it'd be a great one for taking a little one to like swimming lessons, like me and Stan used to do before he started school. I used to get in the pool with him, and you kind of want something that's going to make you feel like confident but not going to show off too much. And this has turned out to be one of my favourites. Now obviously I don't need all of these things that I'm going to be showing you, but in terms of the ones that I would definitely keep, this I'm definitely keeping because it makes me feel really good about myself, and it's really comfy too. Now we're on swimming costumes. Here is another one. I think that's a good way to do it actually. So these are all the swimming costumes, and this one, again, I didn't choose this one, but when I opened it I was like, oh my gosh, it's giving Tarzan vibes. And I never ever would have chosen this because I would have thought that the one shoulder style wouldn't be supportive enough for me, with like, you know, large breasts and breasts that have been through a lot. Do you know what I mean? But I love the print for starters, because we all know that prints are really good at detracting away from areas that we might otherwise not want to display so much. And I love the ring detail here, and it's fun but also understatedly classy at the same time. The straps are also adjustable here at the back, which is just, I find with so many of these bikinis you can adjust them, and it's not just one size fits all. It really is something that you can tailor to fit your body, and I feel like my proportions are a little bit off, so I really appreciate stuff like this, even on unusual cuts such as this one. But it is it's so cute, this one. I really, really like it. I love the colours, love the shades, and I think, you know, if you were ever going somewhere like, maybe as a couple, maybe you've got like a spa weekend or something like that. I feel like it's a nice classy one for that. Not that I tend to go on many spa weekends, let's be honest, but really like that one as well. Then I think this is the final swimsuit. This one is going to be tricky to show you because it's very, not ornate, but it's just got so much to it, even though it's only one colour. And again, it's going to be one that is difficult to show you unless it's on the body, but basically it's probably a bit better if I pull it like this. It has cups, and then it has a little tie detail here, and the cups also cross over. And this one, I thought, lovely colour, really liked it. However, it's a little bit more cheeky than what I would go for, especially because 9 times out of 10 I am with children. But this, if you've got the body confidence, I think you'd really like it. I'm not quite there yet. I told a lie because there is one more swimming costume, and I don't know how I can forget this one actually, because it's really quite a nice fit. Now, as I mentioned before, I just love halters on me. I feel like, I think it's because I've got quite narrow shoulders, and it kind of makes my shoulders look a little bit broader, which balances out my bum. Mind you, that's a mean feat. One thing I'll show you actually, before I show you the rest of this, you'll notice like they have the traditional cups in here, so you can remove them if you want to and keep them there for a little bit of either extra support or also a little bit more like coverage over like the nipples, for example. And this one is just a really basic like swimsuit, but on, again, this is another one that made me feel really good in my skin. I went for this, I chose this as a bright orange because I have a bright orange dress that I felt like suited me quite well when I have a tan, and I thought this one would be nice for like future holidays, and I would definitely keep this because I can see myself getting a lot of wear out of it. Now, the next part is bikinis, which is like, it's scary, isn't it? I find anyway. I just found that once I'd had children, I placed such high expectations on myself. Like, you know, everybody goes, oh, you'll bounce back, you'll bounce back. I didn't. And I've been all shapes and sizes over the years, but I just found it a little bit harder to put my body on display after having kids. And it's such a shame really, because like my body's beautiful in its way, in the same way that everybody else's is. And I've come out of wearing bikinis as much. I do have a few, and I do tend to go for a higher waist because it kind of gives me that like added security and comfort of just knowing that like everything's kind of sucked in. But these are, I was really surprised by these bikinis as well, because especially because some of them I didn't choose and I was like, I'm really nervous. But this first one gave me Bond girl vibes, and I would never have chosen a white bikini for me, but it's so nice on. This is the only one that doesn't have adjustable straps out of all the ones I've got. It does have a clasp back though, and it's very vintagey in style. It's very hard to explain, like it just kind of feels a bit like 70s, 80s on. But the straps are really thick, and obviously I have a bigger bust. I do like the fact that, again, there are cups, because otherwise I feel like this could be potentially a bit see-through, but the cups are great there and prevent that problem. And then the bottoms are really interesting because there's like this top panel that I feel just kind of cinches me in a little bit more, and really, really comfortable to wear. Really surprised me because I would normally avoid things like white because I feel like it just makes me show up more. But I really liked these on actually. This next one, I took a risk on because I knew that the waist was a bit lower and kind of was going to sit on my belly button, and you will see that from the cutaway. And it's what I really liked about it and why I chose it is, firstly, the colour is just right up my street. You'll see me in like dusky pink loads with like dresses and stuff, and I love the textured bottoms. There's been lots of texture in recently with like swimwear, and I loved them. I also felt like, again, even though it's a solid colour, that would detract a little bit because, you know, I am a little bit insecure with my mum tum. I like my waist, but my little pooch I don't know, just like to tuck it in there, keep it out the way, nobody needs to see him. But these, even though they're lower, weirdly, I felt like they might have almost suited me better. You can see the top of my tummy and like my little stretch marks and stuff, but like stretch marks I'm very, very used to. Like they gave me my children that tummy and therefore I cannot fault it. But I really, really like this one. And what I love about the top is that it's kind of like interwoven crisscross, and then you tie it, but it comes through the strap, so you do need to adjust it and make sure you get it perfect for you. But again, that's what I like, because I can adjust it to fit my breasts and like my upper torso, and I really, really like this one. I think I'll keep this one for like my more confident days, or definitely like on holiday if I want to get a little bit of sun on my tummy as well. The final two are ones that like I didn't expect to suit me, but they looked really good on the model. And what I love about the Cupshe website is that there are some like really badass curvy ladies on there, and they're all shapes and sizes. It's not just like models that represent one body type. There's loads, and I really like that, and I find it really refreshing because I can actually look at swimwear and go, that's kind of what it would look like on me. So I will give them credit for that. And these are like a little bit fluoro, a little bit out there, and again, this is one that the Cupshe team chose, and they're kind of like watercolor style, and I love the color. I think it's really, really cute, and it's like pinky peachy, a little bit of yellow, and then the top, oh my god, I love this on my boobs. I love it. It's got like a kind of crisscrossy back, which you can kind of see there. I feel like I'm doing cat's cradle, but do you know what I mean? And then what I loved about the front is that you can tighten the bust, so you can really get the uplift that you want. You can really make sure that the girls are secure. I really like this on my figure, and I was not expecting to. I tried to take a few gambles and not play it safe, because like the next one that I chose is one of those. I wanted to give you a really fair representation, try loads of different styles for you, and that really surprised me. The final one, I loved it on the model and I really wanted to try it on me, and I kind of thought, oh, it looks amazing on her, but it's just not going to be on me. But I really, really like it. Now this is one that you pull on, in fairness, so make sure you look at your measurements and what will fit you best. I would say that like with a lot of these, I made sure I went for a larger size purely to make sure I can get my boobs in, because that's a problem I get a lot. But this I thought was so cute. It was very like country. I don't know how to describe it. It made me think of like Daisy Duke or something like that. The bikini, not me. And with this, again, you can adjust the straps, which I love. You have this little ruched bit in the center that you can tighten and like increase the ruching or loosen it up a bit. And I just thought this was so cute. The bottoms are like really, really basic, because the top is kind of the bit that you want to stand out. But I really like these. Again, this was a lower waist on me, and I was really surprised at how much I liked it. Really surprised. So that was the final bikini, and you'll have to let me know like which one your favorites are, or like, you know, what do you struggle with generally? Because for me, sometimes I'm stuck in that zone of like trying to remember a previous body of mine, but like the body that I have in my head that I dream of is a body that was pre-kids, and you know, I've grown a lot since then. I've changed a lot as a person, and I feel like I just want to get to that point where like I'm going swimming, I'm having fun, I'm gonna sunbathe and read my book and chase my kids around, and you know, who cares? And speaking of like, you know, running around and all sorts, one thing that I did pick up, which I really liked, and I kind of wish that, well, I really wish actually I'd had this for our holiday when we went away. It's this gorgeous sarong, and it's just like kind of cheeseclothy material with these gorgeous tassels, and it fits so nicely. It's just like one way you tie it around the waist, and this would have been so nice to throw on, just to give you a little bit of extra modesty as well, maybe if you're going to like grab something from a beach bar. But they have loads of cover-ups, by the way, absolutely loads, so many. But now we're just going to go on to a few clothing items, because like I said at the start of this video, I didn't really realise that Cupshe did clothing. So I tried to pick like a varied selection. I've not got loads, just to show you kind of a range really of what is available. Now obviously you would think with like a website that started out in swimwear that they would kind of just do summary stuff and cover-ups and stuff, but they've actually got autumn winter bits coming in at the moment. But I will start with a few like summary items and then go into the autumn winter bits at the end. So this first dress, I saw this and I just thought it looks so pretty. Now if you know me, you'll know that I quite like a feminine boho-y cottagecore style when it comes to the summer, and then in the autumn winter I'm completely different, and I still like to make it cute, but I'll wear like a lot more baggy clothes and comfy stuff, and I just have kind of like two set style personas for those different times of year. It's quite weird really because they're very extremely different, but this is beautiful. And again, I'm going to struggle to show you this on camera, which is why we're going to put the little try on clip here. But it is tasseled, there's lace, it's very Little House on the Prairie, and it's got adjustable straps, and it was actually really supportive because it's lined, and then the waist comes in smaller. So I was able to kind of wear this without a bra, and I felt like it looked all right. And because the chest area is thicker, I didn't feel like there was any like see-throughness or nipplage on display, and I just thought this was so pretty, and I just wanted to demonstrate like there's so many styles on it. They definitely do this kind of boho look very, very well. Now this next dress is, I think, a really good all-rounder, and I actually have a really similar dress in pink, and it is such a good one for all types of year because you could layer like a leather jacket over it and wear it with boots when it's cold, and then like little sandals and stuff when it's warm. And I wear the pink one a lot. I wore it to like a christening, I wore it out to our anniversary actually. And this green one is almost identical but just slightly thicker lined, and I love green on me. I'm starting to get into like what colours I find suit me, and green is definitely one of them that I really enjoy on my skin tone and my complexion and stuff. And it is like, it comes up to like mid-calf on me, it has a more structured waist and then like a V-neck, like kind of deep V. I wear like a balcony bra with this and find it really, really comfortable, and I just thought this was absolutely beautiful and elegant. And what's quite nice with the green is that it's definitely more suitable for autumn winter, because that's kind of colour that comes up a lot, doesn't it? You know, like Christmas trees and falling leaves, that kind of thing. So I really like that. And then the next two are shorter dresses, and it's funny really, I don't really like my legs that much. I've just got really chunky legs. I've got my dad's legs, which look great on him but not so much on me, I find. But I, in the winter months, love wearing like short little dresses with opaque tights and little heeled boots. It's very much my go-to, and I have a few that I bring out every single year and I'll just rewear them because I love them. And I saw a couple that I thought were really cute, and this first one really intrigued me because when you first get it out it looks really quite big, and what I liked about it was it has bell sleeves, like flared sleeves, super, super cute. It's got a 70s print, which these kind of prints are really in at the moment. But it also has an adjustable waist, so you can really pull it in to suit you. And I think that's great because I struggle a lot with dresses, is that I will try and fit like my boobs in and make sure it's not too fitted around my bum or like hips and things like that, but then my waist is really saggy and then I lose loads of shape and definition, which is not really a confidence booster. But this I thought was really cute on, and really like 70s, and I would definitely wear this with like little heel boots. Might put hair extensions in, like quite dark eyes, nude lip, and I think it would be really cute for like a date night or going out with friends. So really liked that one. Now this next dress I thought would be a great day to night option, where you can kind of dress it up a little bit like with your makeup and stuff. And this is like a little floral mini dress, and it's quite similar to a style of dress that I already have. It's got like a ruche neck, high neck like that. It has cuffed sleeves, so they're kind of like floaty and billow out a little bit, and then the sleeve is a little bit tighter, so you can see that there, which I just think is really pretty. And then this again comes to like, you know, my thigh, mid-thigh kind of thing. The waist is fitted, and I always look for this with me, like ruched waist or adjustable waist, so that's going to hug me in the areas that I need it, and it just is so cute. Finally, they do have like autumny bits, like those two I would class as autumn, those two dresses. Like I feel like I would dress them up personally with the colour scheme. I would definitely wear them more at this time of year. But then the knitwear, I wanted to have a look and just see. Now, I tend to always pick like baggier knitwear and like cozy jumpers, and this one was a little bit more like, you know, like kind of more not tailored, but slightly more like thin and slightly more fitted, not so loose. And I thought this would be a really cute example for like workwear. I styled it with some blue jeans here, but I think what I would probably do is wear it with like my flared black like leggings as well for workwear. And I really like the colour, and I thought that was quite smart, so I thought I would get that one to show you. And again, there was a big range of like different shades and different options along that line. And then the final piece that I want to show you is this one. I love this because it's got a really wide neckline, and naturally on me it falls off the shoulder, and it's super comfy. This is a lot baggier, as you can see. I love the look when it comes down over my hands and stuff, and I also like doing this when I'm cold, and it's just an easy one to throw on. And black and white and stripes in general, they're just classic, aren't they? And I've worn this one a few times. This is definitely something that I will keep. But that is everything. So I hope that you found it useful. I hope that it gave you a little bit of comfort and a little bit of reassurance that everybody under the clothes has got wobbly bits and jiggly bits and bits that they don't like. I am by no means a woman with a perfect body, but it's my body, and I'm really learning to love it. And I also want to say, like, from one woman to another, when I was on holiday recently and I was on the beach or by the pool and I was out and about, at not one point was I looking at other people's bodies and criticising them, because what business is that of mine? And also, my head wasn't there. My head wasn't there. I was too busy having fun. I was too busy having a glass of sangria, or I was too busy swimming. And your body is enough just as it is, so please don't hide it away. Please don't be extra hot when you don't need to be, and please don't think that you're not worthy of feeling good and wearing something that you really enjoy. Like, sod the beauty standards, because you're going to look great regardless. But I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I really hope that it gave you a good like representation of what Cupshe has to offer as well, because it's a brand that came onto my radar earlier this year, and now it's like fully on my radar, if you know what I mean. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. You take care of yourselves, and I will hopefully see you all very, very soon.